moved so fast. And within a couple of months, because he couldn't stand to not go to sleep, see me, or waking up without me, he asked me to move in. He made a kiddie's room for my son, who was 8 years old, who never had his or her dad in his life. None at all. My son enjoyed being around him so much because he did a lot of nice things for him and he spent time with him. It was like a dream come true. Although I seen the red flags here and there during the relationship, I felt the weren't that big of a deal, because I mean, look how good he was to us. After about 3 to 4 months, my knack started to come out. The knack in him started to come out. All the things he loved about me in the beginning, he now started to criticize. He then started his power trips. When he will argue, he will say, "You can get out and go be homeless like the rest of the homeless people you know." I was never homeless. I was never homeless. When we met, I was transitioning into a new place, and I told him, but I wasn't homeless. I wasn't homeless. I know now that he used the word transitioning to his advantage, just because that was my position as at the time we met. As I would start packing, when he would ask me to leave his house, as I would start packing, he would then tell me how sorry he was. On his bending knees, he would promise not to do it again. About a year and a half after we were together, about a year and a half into this relationship, after the second time he abused me this way, he told me to get out this day. This particular day I'm about to tell you about, he asked me to get out, and I started packing again. I was packing my things and securing a place, and he begged me again to stay. What's this? I hope I'm good. I wouldn't stop. I kept on packing. He saw how adamant I was. He saw I wasn't going to backtrack. Then from the blue, this man dig his hand into his little pocket and he gave me an engagement ring. That's my nap for you. And he gave me an engagement ring. I refused it. Unless he was going to ask me properly to marry him. So I told him that. And he said, "Oh well, if that's what you want." I accepted. And I felt so happy. Because I've never been married or engaged before in my life. Things were okay. I mean, for a while. But knack behavior of putting me down and belittling me never stopped. But guess what, guys? I am engaged. So I overlooked those. Most of the time, he would say things, mean things to me. In a laughing matter, in a laughing way. But like, come on, let's face it. You only get 50% to everything you do. This is him telling me. Playfully. Or stuff like, yeah, you cleaned up, but you could have done better. This is my man belittling me every single day and playing at it as if it's nothing. I tolerated these things because at this time I felt like, I would rather stay in a relationship where I'm engaged than nothing, right? I tolerated these things because at this time I felt like it's gonna be more of Everest men if I had to leave again. At least I've tried to leave like 3 times and he wouldn't. On Thanksgiving 2022, we're hosting my family at his house. I fell, like really fell, physically fell, and I broke my wrist. At work on Monday, the following week. Thanksgiving came and family were around. The whole family came. 30 people to be precise. I was in no shape to do nothing. So of course, naturally, I will need my spouse, right? That's not enough. So, okay, sorry. Okay, promise. Sorry. I think. Okay, all right. I was in no condition to get things together, even. And of course, he was too busy. And he walked right up to the day before Thanksgiving, telling everybody how busy he was at his office. A friend offered for us to use their church hall for free, so as to be able to host the 30 people, my family that were coming, since I wasn't in the shape to take care of them. My family and myself thought that that was the best thing to do. I mean, in my condition. Well, he hated the idea. He couldn't believe that I would not care about him on Thanksgiving and just have it at the house to make it convenient for him. Rather, I would love to move this to the church. He believed all of this in totality, without minding the reason, the major reason of us doing that, which was the fact that I fell and broke my knee and wrist and everything breakable. That's me adding this one. But I know them so much. I just know what is in his brain or her brain. I know what a knack is thinking at one point in time. So when I add all those things, just know say I can read them like a book. Let's go on.
My iPad's covering your face. Your iPad's covering your face.
Oh my Lord, thank you for telling me. I hope you just started now. All right, so let's continue. Sorry about that. So I said with the I said I didn't listen to him anyways. I did as if I didn't even hear him. I started with the whole idea with my family. Guess what? My knack stayed at home. And when I got home, after the whole show, hosting of my 30 family, which were attended to and helped with the aid of the people we hired at the hall. When I got home, I was just about to tell him how beautiful the day was. Knowing he was a nut, I didn't even mind he was not there. You see, codependency. You keep doing that. You keep. See, I don't want to finish this thing before I talk because my head is busting. I don't like the fact that I've not been talking as in adding my shit. Like, you need to understand. You as a good independent person, but you want to take every little thing that they do. You want to understand with them. You want to take it. You want to tell yourself that, oh, there's a reason. You want to hold a brief for them. You want to tell them there's a reason why they're doing what they're doing. You want to tell them, like before they did it, you already forgive them because you are in love with them with all of your soul. And that's what this lady is doing right here. This man never showed up for her family. The fact that she broke her knee or wrist or whatever it is that she broke, she wasn't the one that even thought about the whole thing and be like, oh, my pretty little woman, you know I'm busy at work. Because let me tell you, that is when every knack will want to be busy. When they know that you need that. Is it that you're sick? That's when she will be busy. when you're sick, she will be busy. She will tell you, oh my God, now that you're busy, you're sick, oh my God, it's so, coincidental, but they just posted me to another country. Like, they don't like you when you're sick. She wouldn't stay with you if you're sick. He wouldn't stay with you when you're sick. He wouldn't. Do you know why he wouldn't stay with you when you're sick? Because what they need you for, the supply they need from you at the time when you're sick, you can't provide the supply. There's something we call supply in MPD. You can't give it to them. So you're useless to them. So because you're useless to them, why should they be around you? Don't forget, a knack would always be about themselves. Let's continue. But before we go, don't forget that this lady came home, didn't even take anything against the man. She didn't even say, hey, hello. You didn't even come show off to my 30 family members. She didn't even hold anything against him. She would have been okay with a hug from him, because that is what co-independency would do for you. You don't see anything wrong in the spouse who is a knack. You are just okay for the fact that they are there in your life, like a figurehead. Because it's called trauma bond for a reason. You take the lesser of the lesser of the lesser of everything. Like, the less they give to you, you're ready to collect. You don't see the wrongs because you're so desperate to have someone in your life for once that loves you, that admires, that shows that it's called idealization. You can see yourself in these people's eye and they look at you as if you're God. Don't forget, that is the bombing stage. The bombing stage. After the bombing stage, and you get to the stage of devaluation, all those will go away. But if that would be too late because you're already in the trap. But don't let us digress. That will be a discussion for another time when we'll be talking about devaluation. Then we talk about discard. Then we'll go deeper into bombing stage. But that's not for today. I just want to read, for this Xmas, I don't want us to be unhappy. I want to read people's problem and solve them as best as I can with the small IQ that God has bestowed upon me. By reading people who send me stories, and I will just help them. Come January, then we'll go into like educational and talking about what these and definitions and all of that. But I just solve this woman's situation right here. So what is happening here is she's not placing no blame on this narcissist. Do you know why? Because she too, she's deep in her. She's deep in her trauma. She has the co-independence problem. She's not seeing any green lights. Any red flag from this man. In fact, the fact that she can come home and still meet a man in her house, she's happy. The littlest thing they throw at us, we grab them. We don't care. We have someone who is at home with us. Even if he did not ask you how is your wrist, how is your bones, are you okay? I'm sorry I did not show up for your family. How many were they? Did they even come? Did they eat? What hall did you eventually use? What happened? None of that. Let's continue. So the woman got home, right? He met the man at home, Abi. The man was lying on the couch. What happened after that? I will continue to read. I will take it up a notch. I will take it up like a ladder up, so that you get the idea where we stop. So I started with the idea. He got annoyed. He stayed at home. And when I got home, after all the celebrations with my family, without him showing up, without me seeing or catching a glimpse of him, staying at home all the while, he told me to get out. I feel like saying hallelujah, but I know I can't. I'm not a pastor. He said, get out. As soon as I got home, he was lying on the couch. It was mad that I started with my family. The moment I stepped into the parlor, he told me, you need to get the F out right now.
Is it a Nigerian or American?
Okay, so you are enjoying it, Abby? My commentator is asking me if this woman is a Nigerian. She's actually a Black American. So that's why I hope you guys are enjoying it. Like the people behind the scenes is enjoying this. So they're asking me if human being that I'm trying to solve a situation, if she's if she's a whitey or a black person or that, it doesn't actually really matter. But because of the story and how interesting, it's just the way I tell stories. I'm a good storyteller. Don't forget, after I'm an actor. All right. He said, you need to get the F out. I was dazed. I mean, I didn't hold no blames over this man. I didn't expect what he told me. So, I told him, please, you need to give me some time. I told him, he needs to give me some time to find a place. And that I have at least 30 days to get a place that is suitable for me and my son to live. You all should not forget that this lady has got a son. So for a man to tell her to get the F out of his house without thinking of the little child that she is carrying, and when the little child is going to, this is the same child she told us from the earlier stage that this woman and this man can't live without. That this man is like, you know, all over taking care of this the son, you know, because a Nak would understand from the beginning of the relationship, especially if you have a child, a sibling, a kid, that the best way to capture your soul is via your kid. You are not dating an ordinary human being. It's not as interesting as when they even have kids, because when they have kids now they have a leverage, so they know that they can love bomb me. I might be childless, but if you love bomb me and my child, that's double to the narcissist cut. So now he love bombed the mother and the son at the same time, making it a double cut thing for the woman in the beginning. But then when it is time for the devaluation stage, when he started asking the woman to leave and leave and leave, he cared not no more about the son. This is the life of a narcissist everywhere. Everything they do is solely about themselves and how it appears in their head and how it favors them, how it makes them feel. Do not forget, a disclaimer, a narcissist is either a boy or a girl, a man or a woman. There is 50-50 gap between these things. So don't be thinking when I say she and think, oh, all narcissists are females. When I say he, all narcissists, I mean no, 50-50 all around. Let me say before, because can you on the light? Can you on the light? Okay, we are still good. We are still good. But you can stay on the light so that and see if you like it. If not, you can stop it. So let's, without much ado, let's continue. This story is beautiful. We might continue it tomorrow, but I will try as much as possible to get it to somewhere where you people would want to show up tomorrow again for the live. Same time tomorrow, 5 p.m. I'll be right here in my beautiful hut. As I was saying, I told him to give me 30 days at least so I can find a suitable place for myself and my son. He said no. I don't care. I do not care. You need to get the fuck out. Sorry, my bad. You need to get the F out now. Stop. Be gone. So I stuck around one night. He said, no, you need to, okay, so I stuck around one night. It looked the heat and it was cold out. Oh my God. It locked the heat and it was cold out. He blocked, don't forget that it was night. You know, she came back from a party. So when she came back, it was already late. This is what is happening. So she was already late when she came back home. All right. So she said she needed 30 days. He said, no, I'm not giving you no 30 days. So she stayed in the parlor area for one night just so the day can break. And the guy went to go and lock the heat so that she can be cold. Oh my God. He locked the heat producer on her. So she's cold, yeah? That's what she's saying. He locked the heat and it's cold out. So I stuck around for just one night. I mean, the heat was out. Don't forget, the narcissist was the one. I stuck around for just one night. And in that one night that I stuck around was when he took out when he locked the heat. Yeah. Again, he blocked the driveway. So I had no parking space. I had to go on to the beginning of the street where you can't even park at night. I called my adult son. Please get me a truck. I had to move out of this place the next day. He then went ahead in the morning. He blocked the doorway. See, they act like a kid. Let me tell you something about narcissists. Narcissists is like a 4-year-old up to there. Like, the biggest age of a narcissist is 11-year-old, according to Professor Sam Vakney, my professor actually. The biggest age of a narc is 11-year-old. For every narc, for every average narc that you will ever meet in your life is going to be 4 years old. The one you're dating right now cannot be more than 6-year-old. Like their lifespan. the most aged narc in the whole wide world is no more than 11. So the one you're dating right now, he or she is no more than 6. That's why you see when you talk to them, sometimes they pout their mouth. My ex-boyfriend used to do that, and he would be like this. I used to think that was a joke. I found it so cute when he would be like this. My boyfriend would be like, fighting me, oh. My boyfriend would be like, it was so cute to me. I didn't know it was another knock. I was in the net in the dread of another knock. It was so cute to me. I was having fun. Thinking, oh, look at this cute, harmless person. When we would fight, in the beginning to the end of the bombing stage, he would do this. Like literally pout his freaking lips out like a freaking 4-year-old man. I'm telling you. So this is how they are. I mean, why would a woman have a whole woman, an adult, have their girlfriend or their boyfriend literally block the gateway outside their house or their homes? What kind of game is that? First of all, you ask her to leave. She's trying to leave. Then you went and blocked the gate, the way out. You block the way. You block the car. You block all of those things. After asking her to leave, which one do you want to take? Do you really want us to go, or do you really want us to stay? This is a knack for you. A 4-year-old child in a big ass body. If you will see a 77-year-old, 44, 30, behaving like a freaking 4-year-old. Let's continue. That's for another day. Why narcissists behave as though they are kids, even though they look to us as like grown-ups. Why they behave that way, why they act that way, that will be a story for another day. I'm really eager to say that, because I mean it's going to take us to back, like to where actually when they were developing, where their brains were developing. What is the circumstances? Why did they find themselves in that way? Why did they get to be a narcissist to even begin with? What is the situation? What is the occurrence? What can make someone even have the tendency, even be in an environment? What are the attributes? What are the things, that come together, to make them to put them in that, make them that vulnerable, that exposed to be that person? And at what age do you actually become a narcissist and grow into it? What are the circumstances? What are the things? It's a beautiful story. You guys don't want to leave. You don't want to miss it. So go. If you're not following, doing live with your nap, go now. We are about to explode. This is the most beautiful topic ever told. This is my niche. This is my shit. This is what I live and eat it. I love them to pieces, and I lived with them. I know exactly what you want to know. So go follow that channel. So without much ado, don't forget she gave a call. She gave the bigger our eldest son a call to come pick her up, to get a truck, to pack a load and all of that, right? That's what we had. And then when the truck actually came, what happened? He blocked everywhere, not allowing them to go. This is the same person that asked this lady to live with her smallest child in the middle of the night, a day before. Don't forget. Now, so finally, my son called. My son got home. I got a truck, and was moving the next day.
Excuse me. No, somebody asked. It's not. Somebody asked a question, but it's not.
Oh yeah.
He said, "Can I make a joke for you?"
Go ahead, please. I would love that. Please, thank you.
Okay, but continue until they comment.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you for that. I love you so much. So, as I was saying, so she got a truck. The eldest son came. They got a truck. They entered the truck. They were about to go, right? This man came and he blocked the major way to the front door again. So we had to use the back door. Like he blocked everywhere now. This is the same man that couldn't wait for her to leave. This is the same man that was telling her a day before, like, nah, get the fuck out. I'm sorry. Get the F out of my house. Now. This is the same guy that was saying, you and your son in the middle of the night, out of my house. Why? Because you went on a date, you went to be with your family. That is the reason. Because you couldn't cook, because you broke your wrist, because you broke something in your body, and because you didn't want to disturb me, because you didn't want to ask me to do anything in the house. You didn't want to stress me, so you wanted help in a hall where they would take all the responsibility of the church, serving our family, giving them food and taking care of them, because she doesn't want to disturb her spouse. You know, having not been okay and all of that. He didn't see none of that. The only thing he saw, the only thing a narcissist will see is how it affects them. The only thing he saw was, why would you leave the house where it is comfortable for me to meet your family easily, and then you went to go and rent a hall you did not collect money from me to rent though? So after telling you I had so much to do in the office, you still went to go and get a hall outside to stay at house? So like I would have to now drive from home to the hall. I don't care if the hall is at the bottom of the street or at the end to the next whatever. But why would you want me to leave the house when I told you I have what? That is the only concern of a narcissist. How does it affect me? How do I feel about this arrangement? Is it suiting? Am I considered as a king? Am I seen at the head? Is somebody hello who is making the decisions? Do they know I'm the king here? Why am I supposed to stress myself though? Why do I need to go anywhere? I just told you I have so many things to do in the office, and now you want to go rent? You have to go ahead and rent the hall? Why would you fall? Why would you break your wrist though? Why weren't you looking at where you were working? Why did you fall? Why would you have to be disabled? Why can't you cook? Why can't you stay at home? What it's all about. You would always be at fault. Let's go. Now, then after everywhere was locked, everywhere, every door was blocked. Don't forget, he blocked the way. He blocked the doorway, so we had to go carry things one by one via the curbside. We carried every of our properties because we had to go through the back door. So we carried everything one by one via the curbside. And as we were doing those, when he saw we had decided to take the back door, without him shifting the cars, without him shifting everything that he used to block the front door, he called a doorsmith. And right in front of us, this man was changing the locks while I was packing and going around the house just to take my stuff out through the back door. He was changing locks in front of me. And cameraman, when it is so dark and we cannot continue again, I can stop so we continue tomorrow. Alright? He was changing the locks while we were moving without offering to help. Without even thinking what he was doing. Without even thinking how good I have been with him for 5 good years. Everything that I've done to deserve this. Like a little child, having your spouse work from front to backyard, or because you decided to block the road for her to leave, even after being the one sending her out of the house. It is, I'm done. It does not even, don't forget, that was my own addition. Like, I'm trying to make sense out of it. It does not make any sense. These people are ill. This is the reason why I would always, I know where I've stopped, because I'm going to round up. This is going to be like part 1. I'm going to continue tomorrow. Let me just, I have something to say on that. So cameraman, please help me with the light a little bit, so I will just round up. That don't make sense. That's why I'm telling you, if you have a knack in your life and you are holding grudges against them, you are the insane person. These people are not even normal. How do you go and be fighting with a 4-year-old? Look at that scenario. That's bull. It's not even, it's beyond bull. It's beyond me. I am flabbergasted. A female that's been with you for 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, 1 year, 4, it doesn't matter. For a knack, they will treat you the same. All of your sacrifice don't matter when they decide to discard you. When the devaluation team entered their brain, when it is time to devalue you, you don't, whatever your sacrifices are, it don't matter. They will treat you like trash, and they will treat you the way they will treat your fuck up like a 4-year-old road. How can you send somebody out of your house? You still didn't give them the route to leave. You asked her to leave, yet you blocked the road, so she has to go through the back. And not small. You know she's gonna carry a lot. So she's not just someone who is just with you for a day or a fortnight. So she's going to have a whole lot of luggage. Don't forget, she's got a son. So that one's luggage service is another thing to do. So she's going to move all those luggage one by one through the back door. Even though you were the one that sent her out. That's a 4-year-old attitude. It's not. Please, if you have a knack in your life, forgive them right now and move on. You don't even pick your battles. That's not a battle. That's the easier battle. I know how you feel. You feel so devastated. Why did this happen to me? Why would they treat me like that? They are ill. They are insane. They are going through things. They should be the easiest battle for you to conquer, because they are more like 4-year-old. I don't know. Like, it's insanity. Forgive them today so you can have a life. And no matter what they have done to you, no matter how you feel today, just know, from KINGFLAKIE to you, this too shall pass. Trust me. I love you all. I'll see you 5 o'clock tomorrow. Peace. Love you.